All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is December 20th, 2021. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
How are you doing?
Hi, my friend.
Been good, been good.
Right.
Definitely getting into the holiday spirit. Definitely excited. And yeah, the game's been pretty fun, honestly.
Definitely. I think that has been the most fun I had, not just with the last couple of events, but just in general with Pokemon Go. After a lot of controversy and things like that. Now, I can't say there hasn't been any controversy that, of course, the game has pulled a fast one on us in the last few weeks, for sure. However, it's still something that is minor, and the community will just forget about it. And if they don't, then, you got something wrong going on with you. Anyhow, we are here once again to talk about all things Pokemon Go's newest updates and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do. And we also want to remind everybody that we are part of the Professor Network. Check us out, professornetwork.com/Purified Podcast. I have no idea if they updated this. Actually, they did. So, yeah, they did update the podcast, their website. Woo! I don't know about the YouTube thing, though, but whatever. Yeah, I guess so. Anyhow, thank you so much for actually always being part of that community out there. All right, Chris, we got lots to talk about, yeah, we have actually some exciting things, but let's go ahead and recap, some of the things that happened in the last week. We are a little bit late on getting some of the things out there for you guys, mostly because yesterday was a little bit family that I need to take care of, so I kind of said, okay, we'll just do it, the next day. However, Chris, go ahead and tell me your week. How's it going? And, of course, if you got shinies and handles, here we go.
So, I got one shiny. I will say I did not play, at all during the December community day. Mostly because I already have all the shinies. So I didn't really need, to fill up more.
Of course,
don't get me wrong.
Your stars is crying, so yeah, and you never need no more shinies.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to delete my precious 3 stars.
What do I mean 3 stars? Bro, dude, you
stars,
probably got a 92 that you don't need, and you still keep it because you think it's gonna be viable in the future.
Yeah, trade bait or something. I don't know. But yeah, I ended up not really, doing too much. But I did get a shiny that I was pretty excited about. I got a shiny Machop.
Ooh, okay.
And I do like that shiny.
Yeah.
I would have liked to get a shiny Shinx in the wild. But I did get a PvP Shinx, so I was pretty happy with that.
Oh. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I actually checked any of my Pokemons before Community Day ended. So I have no idea I have PvP or anything.
Dude, I didn't evolve anything other than Luxray.
I don't think I needed anything above. Most of the things I already had from previous Community Days anyway, so nothing that it's Castle. However, yeah, so no handles, I'm guessing?
No. I posted in the Discord. I got a Shadow 93 Gligar. It could be a hundo. It's not really good right now. It doesn't have high PvP ranking. So I may just purify it for the hundo, but I don't know. I do like having high IV shadows.
Well, yeah.
Right. I think that's the only one that's hundo though.
The only one that it is, I guess.
Yeah, it's always 98s. Always 98s with me.
Never the 90. Yeah, well, actually, never the hundos, but
Yeah.
All right. So for me, the haul that we got this week. So unlike Chris, I did play a little bit of Community Day this week, and that's mostly or last weekend. Sorry. In the other day, I actually got, I think, 31 shinies between the 2 days, so not a bad haul. I started at work, so I was working throughout the first half of Saturday. Me and my friend were like, oh yeah, we're just going to go through it. I mean, I had thank you guys in the chat. I was just running the Go Plus. I mean, I did get a Swablu that's 666 shiny, so I'm like, I think I actually summoned the devil here or something, But that was my very first shiny of the day, and then from then on, I actually was gold plusing or catching literally one of every shiny from Community Day. So Swablu, Machop, Roselia, Shinx, Oshawott, Snivy, Gibble, Tepig, Fletchling. I hatched an Abra, shiny Abra. That's actually pretty cool. Duskull, Eevee, more Oshawott, more Roselia. Still, it wasn't a bad haul.
That's a really good mix.
Yeah, I actually was surprised that I didn't get so many actual like duplicates. I mean, I still got duplicates, but it wasn't like an insane amount or things like that. So, although I was kind of sad every time I see a shiny Shinx, I was like, okay. Like, I needed any more than the 20 plus thousand. But it was a good event.
I mean, the good news is with Shinx at least, this was the first time we could get them, under the level, so we could actually fit a Luxray and Great League, even though his moves aren't fantastic.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's always gonna be viable in some type of tournament either way. So just wait until Niantic drops all his collaboration with the Silt Arena, and we're like, oh yes, please, tournaments.
He's the only electric type allowed.
Right. Anyway, so that's a pretty good haul. And then I would show my Hondos, but I got invited to a Kyurem raid. But I can't remember it on top of my head, actually. So I'll show you guys right after that. First of all, during Community Day, I hatched some eggs. And of course, it was like half distance and everything like that. And for some reason, I hatched a Timber. And I didn't check it till the next day, but it was a Hondo Timber. So I was like, okay, I'll take that. I'm not going to evolve it because I need that family, so I'm actually okay with that. I need one more technically to complete the family. And then I catch another shiny Snorunt. I'm not shiny. A Hondo Snorunt. And then a Hondo Duskull. So I technically already have one of each. One of them for the Mega and the other one as a Shadow. It was a Shadow Hondo too, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. And yes, I did evolve it during Community Day last time. So that Duskull, Dusknoir is PvP valuable, dark energy. I would have loved to get a little more extra large candy for it, but I wasn't going too hard on that. Even though it was all the bonuses throughout the year were actually during this weekend. I kind of wanted to, but at the same time I was like, the Pokemons really don't get me that excited, aside from probably Gibble every now and then. So... nothing to discuss about when it comes down to it. And thank you, Levitt there. I'm definitely not gonna let you down. Anyhow, but yeah, so that was my whole review. I actually liked it. Still shinyless on the Kyurem, which came out, and surprisingly enough, I'm not going insanely hard. I am actually trying to avoid wasting a lot of much money, mostly because Christmas is around the corner, and my money has skyrocketed to the ground if I keep doing this.
Responsible.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop another 100 soon. So that's it. Anyway, so my weekend was alright. The second day, I really didn't want to go out. I still went out, but that's because I wanted to actually be on my parents' place later. The reason why I didn't do the podcast yesterday instead. But that kind of fell through, and then I actually was able to go to my parents' place, but it was super late at night, so it was actually a different story. Quick check on shiny Kyurem, please. Here we go. No shiny. No shiny.
I don't think. No.
No, and it's bad IVs anyway, so it's not much difference.
Yeah, I've got the Honda, so I don't.
Oh yeah, I got the Honda too.
Too much about him. I
mean, I could get extra large candies, but is he even that valuable? He's not even that strong anyway, so.
Nah, he was supposed to get Icy Wind, but he never got it, sadly.
Nah, you never know. He's only one move away from being one of the best ice attackers in the entire game. So,
yes, sir.
We'll definitely be talking about that and probably some speculation for next year anyways, because we do have some exciting news to cover in that news section anyways. Aside from that, my Community Day was just fine. I used the last day to restock because I really needed some more Pokeballs and everything. And then, yeah, that's how it usually meant for me. So I went home, got some stuff done, and yeah, what a money. And that's usually about it. So it wasn't too bad. Now, that was Community Day. As you know, Chris and I, we have very different ways of actually playing it, anyways. So let's recap the holiday season. So the holiday event is here. It's ready. We are full swing into it. Okay. Good thing you guys didn't hear that. So we have a lot to talk about because, I mean, the spawns are actually amazing. All the Ice-type Pokemons. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just all the Ice-type Pokemons.
Dude, the holiday spawns are always one of the pluses. The only thing that kind of sucks is how many of them are costume Pokemon.
True.
I always complain about just that extra little yes you gotta click each time. And don't get me wrong, if they got rid of it, I would complain about it then too.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so
you know, it's just annoying.
I do want to actually like go over this whole costume Pokemon thing and everything. Now, it's been a couple of years since the introduction of custom Pokemons. Now, when it first came out, you know, the most notable Pokemons, usually Pikachu, will get their costume and then they can evolve all the way to Raichu and have no problems with it. Now we're getting custom Pokemons that we can't evolve anymore, but I kind of feel like that's one of their goals when it comes down to it. Now, again, we're been many years into this custom thing, and everybody's always saying controversies about it. It's like, oh, they want our money to make sure they get our shinies and everything. So we spend more money just to get them. However, I actually think that the reason why they have so many custom Pokemon is because they want us to get excited over Pokemon that we really don't care much about sometimes. Delibird usually is a Pokemon that doesn't spawn in the wild too many, aside from the holiday season. But however, he's spawning with his custom, and he doesn't have an evolution or anything like that, so it doesn't really matter if you get him or not. Standler, even though we are going to be getting Arceus next year, Standler technically doesn't require us to have more than one of the shinies anyway. So if you got multiple non-shiny or non-holiday custom Pokemons for this, then there's really not much worth on Standler anyways. My game is for some reason going all over the place, so I don't know. I'm spoofing, guys. I'm sorry. But that's the thing. So, and when it comes to other shinies or anything like, you know, Glacian, the brand new custom Pokemon for this event, whoo-wee! That's a beautiful, beautiful custom Pokemon. And shiny, too. It just makes it a top-notch shiny out there for sure. So, in the end of the day, I don't think that the excitement for custom Pokemon really brings the game into a brand new level that not a lot of other shiny hunters can really say. Mostly because most of the time they're just hunting for the same Pokemon in different games anyway. So what's the difference? Might as well give a little bit more excitement with the custom stuff, and then just gives us that excitement anyway. So, Chris, do you have any thoughts on that?
I definitely think it makes the shiny definitely more unique. I think that's very important. Because, I mean, like, once we have a community day for a Pokemon, you pretty much don't, in my opinion, you don't care as much about that shiny. Don't get me wrong, any shiny's awesome to catch.
Yeah.
But, you know, shiny Tepig, you run into that after you've had the calm day, you're going to be like, thank you. Cool.
Yeah, no. Right.
Why couldn't you been something else? But other than that, I almost feel like they'll release new costume shinies that can't evolve, just so you get more excited when it's released without the costume too.
Right.
But that does kind of suck because you gotta find the shiny twice then, if you happen to find it before, which can seem impossible to some people.
Well, there's actually a lot to talk about that too, but
yeah, a little bit of a teaser.
Okay.
But I don't know. I really like the Glaceon idea. You know, Pokemon that are fully evolved with the costume that you can get shiny. I think that is a fantastic idea. I do like costume Pokemon. It's just we get so many that it's you gotta choose. I'm a hoarder, so it's very tricky trying to decide which costume Pokemon to keep.
Yeah, that is true. But you know, once you get the shiny, it's a one and done. Even if the IPs are bad anyway, so it's not much difference when it comes down to it.
Oh yeah.
So there's actually something that Chris alluded to. Now, we do have technically a secret shiny that was released with this event. Now, nobody really talks about it, but there are a couple people who has. I'm sure Chris has actually seen most of the YouTubers actually talk about it anyways. So, with the release of the custom seal, his shiny form has been released too. So that means that moving forward, we'll have shiny seal into the game right after the event ends. You know, the one with the custom cannot evolve, so you cannot get shiny Walmart. In controversy of the next community day, but we'll see in a minute. That means that how you doing, Tyler? So you think that you're not gonna be able to get this shiny until after the event is ended and everything. However, that is not fully true. There is a wild task right now in any of the Pokestops out there that you could get for take us 2 snapshots of an Ice-type Pokemon. Will encounter you a seal. But this one doesn't have the custom on it. So that means that you can actually get the shiny seal without the custom before the event ends. And that means you can actually get the evolutions of all 3 of them if you're lucky enough. Any thoughts, Chris?
Do you encounter seal?
Yeah, you encounter seal, all right? That's
yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. But okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
I mean, there are other tasks for the holiday event that actually encounters you with a custom seal, but this one actually lets you encounter a non-custom one.
That's so strange. I'm actually surprised that they're able to make you. Sorry for freezing, but I'm sorry that they actually let you run into one without a costume, because normally you'll run into a Pokemon quest. You hold on to an Eevee or Pikachu, and same costume has it on too.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because we have seen the other side of things when it comes down to that. So I understand where you're coming from. I understand what you mean. But, I mean, for some reason, they just decided to just leave it there. So I'm actually happy about it in the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So it's not too bad when it comes down to it. Sorry if you guys can't see my game right now because I'm about to drop a 50 bomb here. Oh, God. Anyhow, so yeah, so far so good on that, and that's technically the secret shiny that we're gonna see or get for the next few days on about it. Now, there's another controversy we'll talk about in just a moment, but let's talk a little bit more about the holiday event. Any thoughts on it so far, Chris? I know we're only like a week in.
I think it's definitely at least on par with last year. I definitely like Halloween more for the event spawns. But yeah, seeing like Snover all over the place is freaking awesome. We live in Florida, so we never see the ice types. So it's definitely really, really cool to see.
That's true. Happy Christmas, I guess. Anyhow, so yeah, like I said, it's just a lot to take in, but at the same time, I feel like whatever we case may be, it's a good thing, Also, thank you, Pokemon 6666 for following us. We appreciate the follow there. All right, so I think we actually got enough. We'll definitely give our full thoughts once the event ends. We do have Kiram, just as you saw, and a bunch of other ways that we're gonna go about it. So we appreciate it very much, man. What is everybody doing here? Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Ruben Rios, thank you so much for joining us for today's podcast.
Are you surprised? We got a show.
Yeah, we got a show to talk about, guys. So thank you. We'll ask all the questions later as we continue on for the podcast here, guys. All right, Clefairy. I don't know why we spawned a Clefairy, but okay. All right, today's research topics include a few things that we mentioned before and a few things that we are going to cover. First thing is the post book for your gifts and postcards. It's live in the game. We did talk about this last podcast. We didn't want it to go full into detail. I am hatching an egg again. I don't know why. I'm just going around everywhere. Oh, thank you for the shield one. But yeah, so postcards, it's out, so you can go to your friends list, go to your any gifts that people send you, tap on that gift, and then you can go ahead and you see that little icon on the bottom right. There's a little post thing, so you can post it, and then you go back to your profile, and then you can go to the postcards and then just look at everything. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to save the funny ones I get.
Yeah. It does seem like an interesting thing. Hey, Pokemon fans, 0215. Thank you for joining us again. But yeah, it just seems like very, very interesting when it comes down to that. Wow, we have a lot of people joining us for the first time. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, I mean, once you send us like friend requests and everything, and you send us postcards, just let us know, because I usually tap through most of the gifts and just try to open as many as I possibly can. Thank you for the follow. And that's about it for me. I never really actually care about it, just because there's really not much interest aside from the items you all gave me. But just give me all the items. I'm okay with that too.
It usually depends who it's coming from for me,
Right.
because if I see a sticker on it, I know that they put a little bit more thought into it, so I sometimes check it.
Yes, definitely. Do disclaimer for anybody out there who's actually watching us live for the first time. And I actually haven't been able to say this for a while, but unfortunately we are not able to invite anybody because we don't have any raids around us or any gyms. Same with Chris. He doesn't have, well, he does see gyms, but he doesn't have any raids at this hour, unfortunately. So we can't really do. However, if you join our Discord, we'll definitely invite you to any raids through Raid Hour or any other raids that we may need some help with. So stick around for that if you guys want to, and we do have our Discord in that sense. Any more information, we'll do it at the end of the podcast if you guys want to continue listening to the news and updates that we talked about. Anyhow, so the post book again. I don't know who asked for this, but I guess it is a thing. So we'll keep on going and see how it goes. I mean, if you guys
collect,
I know, right? It's just another collection challenge for us at the end of the day. But yeah, so another piece of news that was interesting to actually come out was the locations for the Go Tour Johto that's gonna be happening in February. So this is interesting because they announced the places that we're gonna have technically the second day on Sunday, where we're able to play and go into like the Kanto region after the events of Johto. So here are the details, and Chris, I can already tell that you're grumpy. So here we go.
Yeah.
So after the Go Tour Johto on Saturday, February 26th, we'll be holding the first ever Go Tour live event in select locations on Sunday, February 27th. The Go Tour live event will be held at the following locations: Monterrey, Mexico at Parque Fundidora, Kosaing, Taiwan at the Taiwan Lantern Festival, and Abu Dhabi at the United Arab, sorry if I butchered this, Emirates at Jazz Bay. So they also tell us about all the collection challenges that we're going to have, all the real things that we're going to see, snapshot for surprises, and special research. There will be, of course, more information coming around when the days get closer and closer. But at the end of the day, we see some interesting stuff, some interesting locations. Now, I wouldn't say that this is like a location that we can go to, Chris and I, or any of this anyways. Any thoughts, Chris?
Mexico's like semi able, but at the same time, I just don't see myself asking off work to go to this anytime soon. I think it's because of COVID is still a concern.
Right.
So I think that's the reason there isn't any in the United States, but that's why I was making a face. I definitely, I was like, oh man, not Chicago. Oh well, but I mean, like that's Go Fest, right?
So I want to actually point two things that I thought about just now. The first one is before COVID really hit in 2020, all these events were technically planned, or at least being in the works of being planned since future times, or since past events and things like that. Because you guys, I mean, we understand that Niantic at least plans all of this years in advance or months in advance before we even get a real taste of what they're supposed to be. So we had the Gold Tour Kanto earlier this year, and yes, we're still in the year of 2021. And because of COVID, we understand that things really didn't pan out. We have actually I have come to the realization that we are so confined into our own communities right now because we really can't go out and do so much as far as we used to do back in 2019 or even years before that, which I miss. I miss trying to go out and actually meet new people that play the game just as much as I do. And I miss going through all those things in the end of the day. So it's kind of hard to say that it's not the same just because of what the pandemic in the world has done to us since then. But we got to remember that our mindset should shift to be able to go back to those types of places once again. Mexico, England, Taiwan, Dubai, whatever the places may be for any type of live events. Those were like the big things to go through. GoFest was the major one, and that because once after the first 3 GoFests came around, they all went around other countries and other parts of the world where we can still experience those kind of things and be happy about it because it's just how it is, Mm-hmm. So I do feel like that it's sad that there's still not going to be any events here in the United States. Maybe because of regulation, maybe because of the way that they don't want to mask people anytime soon. Plus, we have technically another variant out there in the wild. But that doesn't mean that other countries are not ready to go out and open those worlds. So people will stay cautious, and we do understand. And hopefully, anybody who's gonna go into those types of live events or anything, they're gonna be cautious, and Niantic is gonna make proper preparations for us to make sure that we're safe in any shape, way, or form if time allows it. Even refunds are there for you guys, and we're definitely out there when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, I think that's a good take into how we're going to see the brand new live events come out and be like, okay, here we go. This is what we're gonna be doing from here on out. So, I'm gonna like it. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend any of these live events, which sucks. But it's still going to be fun to see it through the eyes of others, if that's the case. All right. Johto is Johto. We're still gonna have fun those days, anyways. Chris and I might be able to plan something out this around here, anyways.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love the tour events. And yeah, we didn't even get the ability to do it like an in-person event. Other than just locally for Kanto. So I guess it's not too different.
Right. So we'll keep it at that in the end of the day. All right. So that is the locations for the Go Tour. I guess Go Tour Kanto 2.0. I'll call it that, and then we'll see once February comes around and who goes out there. I really want to see how it shows up and how the community is at the end of the day. All right. So Chris, how about you take us into this next little piece of news?
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hinted earlier. And yeah. You guys may notice that a new spherical Pokemon got a shiny. Well, I think they're gonna take off that costume and they're gonna come back for Community Day. Oh wow, would you look at that in the news? just in January 2022, Community Day. Feels Speartastic Sojourn. I definitely butchered that.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be back for Community Day. It's not gonna be wearing its costume. Love the shiny. Love the Pokemon. It's gonna be dope.
It is going to be dope, and it's gonna be interesting. So Seal Community Day will be our very first Community Day of 2022. Interesting to say they didn't go with the pattern of actually trying to put a starter in first, but we'll take it because this is not a bad Pokemon and it may actually get some exciting information here. So we're excited to announce the January Community Day event. When is this happening? Well, we already knew the dates, which were Sunday, January 16, from 11 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So luckily, they're sticking with the 6-hour event. I think that actually understand that doing a 3-hour event is too much for people, and 6 hours is just enough for everybody to play, even if it means just 3 or 2 hours of the event. I'm glad to that. I'm glad. Pokemon more frequently in the wild. Seals, it's now going to be available out there with its shiny form once again. And yes, you may encounter a shiny one, because why not? It's going to be today. The exclusive move for the second time in a row, he will get a 2-parted fast and charge attack. Seal, all the way evolution into Celio and Wellner. We'll learn the fast attack Powder Snow and the powerful charge attack Icicle Sphere. Chris, can you tell us what Icicle Sphere is going to do in PvP and everything?
Yeah, big fan of that move in the main series. I'm very glad to see it. It's going to be making its Pokemon Go debut, and it's going to be a low energy charged attack. And yeah, Wellrin, you would never use Wellrin in PvP if you were trying to win. And in trainer battles, it's going to do 60 damage, and in gyms and raids, it's going to be 60 damage. It doesn't say how much energy it is, though. I'm almost curious how it's going to compare. Yeah, I'm really curious how it's going to compare to Weather Ball, honestly.
Yeah, the
I would
assets
assume it's
on
going to
this.
be more.
Yeah, the assets on this hasn't been fully mined yet, or even talked about in the end of the day. But with Powder Snow, this could actually make Wellner a potent Pokemon for any type of game. I mean, just gives it that a liability as an ice attacker and even as an ice counter for a lot of the PvP contenders out there. So we'll see. I mean, it's not like Celio, who has a lot of bulkiness anyways, and has quick moves like Body Slam and things like that. That actually changes things around. But you never know. You never know until you try it. Remember, guys, the moves are only one update away from being PvP viable for any type of Pokemon out there. So let's keep it at that, shall we?
All right.
All right. So once again, we'll have a $1 or equivalent to your local currency special research story. The Sphere deal. Okay. Niantic, we gotta have a talk here, please.
That kind of hurt.
Get me somebody that actually knows how to make goddamn oh my god! Get me.
You guys couldn't see I was pointing at myself.
Like, get me your manager. I'm sorry, get me John Hankey. Anyways. Oh my god, Jesus! All right. Moving on. Of course, the event or the tickets will go live as soon as they let us know. The bonus events will have 3 times catch experience. So anybody who's grinding out to the next level, make sure you take advantage of that. Lore modules and incense will activate it during the event. Will last 3 hours, and take a few steps, of course, to encounter some surprises along the way. We do have our special bundles. Community Day box, of course, for 1280 coins, featuring 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 5 Lucky Eggs, and an Elite Fast Team. Ooh, this one actually sounds pretty enticing. And then a bundle containing 30 Ultra Balls will be available in the shop at no cost. Pick them up during the event. Always like some free Pokeballs and Ultra Balls anyway. So, any thoughts, Chris, for January's first ever Community Day of 2021?
I think they picked a really good Pokemon. Spheal is definitely a really interesting one. I think it's a lot of people's favorite spherical Pokemon.
Spherical.
it's a spherical, lyrical, individual
Oh my
miracle.
god.
But I'm really excited for it. I think a lot of people should try to get a PvP Celio out of it too.
Yes.
But yeah, have fun, get your ball shaped seal, and yeah, I do think it's going to be a nice party.
That is right. That is right. Now I am going into the Galatian rain, so I'll let you guys know about the next piece of news in just a moment. But Chris, there's been a little dynamiting around going around, and there is some interesting information to talk about. Now I didn't put that in notes here, but one of the things that we mentioned is that it looks like Aerodactyl is coming with something pretty cool.
Really? I did
Yes.
not hear about that actually.
Yeah, so if actually go ahead and go into your game, Chris, and pick your one any Aerodactyl out there.
I'm sure I'm gonna see it. Yeah, as soon as you said that,
Yeah, so
woo!
if you guys don't know, the assets for Mega Aerodactyl's Mega Can or Mega Energy has been pushed into the game. You can see it in any Aerodactyl you actually try to get or tap to, anyways. I don't know if they fixed the glitch of catching it in the wild, but either how, uh, that means that Pokemon may be our very next Mega Pokemon to come out, anyways. Which I wouldn't be
Definitely an
too.
exciting one.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not the craziest design. I mean it's crazy design, but we'll take it from there. How about that? How about that? There is a few more things that we are going to cover. I'm just gonna go to Pokemoners Twitter account because they love to do things. Quick check on the Glacian and is wait, that's shiny. That's shiny. Oh, I got the shiny Glacian.
Yo,
Oh. Oh my god, I was not expecting that.
never expect the shiny.
Never expect the shiny, guys. That is basically how it is. Oh my god, I can't believe I got it. I forgot to take a screenshot too, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I got it. I don't have to
Now
do
you got the
anymore.
video. That's better.
I know, I got it. Ooh, 15, 15, 11. Not bad. Could have been better, but not bad. Yes, sir. There you go. Shiny is a shiny. I'm gonna go ahead and actually like send it to my friend here in a minute. So, uh, yeah. Holy Jesus. Anyway, let me go ahead and do this real quick for you guys. Sorry if I'm taking a little bit of time here. Also got some messages, but give me a moment, guys. All right, cool. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Here I am. Okay. Pokemoners. So we have this going around. There is some assets of some new clothing coming around. That being, of course, the 2022 custom stuff that we're going to be getting. Not just Pokemons, but custom for ourselves too. It seems like they're about to hit the 2022 year. Guys, we're only like 2 weeks away before the year starts, so that's crazy to say the least. Mega Energy for Aerodactyl is out there. Stamina and stats. Stamina is 190, attack 292, and defense 210. Max CP level at level 50 will be 4,655, so that's actually a pretty high one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be good for all the legendaries that are flying types.
That's true. As for some custom Pokemon, looks like Slowking with that 2022 hat or 2022 glasses is coming back. And also we're going to have a Hoot Hoot with a cool celebration hat and bow. And it looks like the shiny may be coming, but we're not sure yet until it comes out. Chris is like, I'm plotting.
I really do like that shiny. It looks great.
Yeah, it's not bad. Some other things that they mentioned, we do have new clothing for the Verizon if you spin Verizon stops, and a new medal for the Route Maker. Now, this is one is interesting, mostly because the Route Maker has been teased for months and months and months, close to almost a year at this point. So we're not fully sure how the Route Maker is going to really change the game for us, or how it's really even going to go or work for us in the end of the day. So I don't know. I'm still speculating what is the best time about it, but it is what it is when it comes down to it. We'll see how it goes. Can I get a shiny Standler? No, I cannot. Chris, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm always open for new badges for sure. More chances to get that platinum that you need for leveling up.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. And Chris disappearing on me because he wants to.
Sneaky. I'm out.
Right. So those are just the small little things that we actually found in the data mines out there. So again, guys, data mining is breaking terms of service, but as long as you're only talking about it, it is not. So because the information is just out there and we want to talk about it. Anyways, Chris, how about we get into our PvP section? Get good, get wrecked. Here we go.
All right.
Let's
go.
So first and foremost, factions. I actually want to open up with that today. Let's see what we got.
Okay. I told you off stream. But yeah, funny enough, at the beginning of this one, or I guess at the end of the last battle. I don't know how to word it. Not the last week. The last season, I guess. We had a team member that ended up switching from our team to another team.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So he said he wanted to get into a higher league group, and he was one of the team members that performed usually better. He would be the one that got the 3-0s, the 2-1s. I don't even remember if anyone actually beat him that whole season. But he ended up switching to another one. And wouldn't you know it, when we start this season, he's in the same league as us.
Oh God. Yeah.
So the whole time we're just getting beat up throughout this season. But then wouldn't you know it, we pair against the team that he joined in the last bout this week. So my captain asked me to switch places so he could battle him.
I'm taking my revenge somewhere else.
He's like, how could you do this to me? But yeah, it was fun. The guy I battled was really nice. I got to do a Sylph meta instead of Open Great League.
Ooh.
Usually I like Open Great League, but it is pretty nice to kind of do a confined meta. I ended up doing 1 and 2. The opponent did a great job with his team comps. Oh my gosh. I did some silly mistakes, but he was really good at calling leads. Swaps. He called my baits like I would say 90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very high scope. But yeah, it it wasn't the best way to end it, but we ended it 9 and 12. Definitely a lot better than the butt whooping we took last week.
Oh God.
But we're definitely looking forward to next season. Definitely trying to show some better face next season for sure.
Right. All right. That sounds intriguing to say the least. But congratulations, I guess. So we'll see how it goes for next time.
All right.
Oh my God, I still can't believe that shiny collision. All right. Anyhow, any GBL? You already mentioned that you're not doing that much, right?
I've done like a tiny bit. I've been doing the Holiday Cup. A lot of people don't like the Holiday Cup, but I just don't like Ultra. I don't like Ultra or Master League if Great League is a possibility.
I gotta teach you the ins and outs of Master League, brother. I feel like you could enjoy a little bit more.
I just don't want to spend the dust.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, how much Stardust do you have?
Like 8 million.
And you think you can spend a little bit of that?
Oh my god. I know I can.
Well, I also got to say that you haven't probably grinded out the extra large candies of some of the Pokemons out there, so it's kind of hard to
Not
get into that.
yeah, not the ones I really want. Like I don't know. I think I still need some for Dialga, but I haven't even got a good enough Dialga yet. But I do like Ultra League, but I like Great League more. So I've been having fun with that. I've been using Lantern as a lead, and Altaria and Dugong as my squad. I'll let you guys know because we're probably not going to pair. But yeah, it's been pretty nice. The only team that's kind of rough is if they have like a grass hole kind of team. A Razor Leafer and then all that's just. But there's so much ice that I don't understand how people can run grass hole. It's so crazy to me.
That's
But
what people want, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, it's whatever. I mean, they're gonna win against me, so
Right?
so that works.
That's for sure. Anyway, so yeah, that's just interesting. Anyways, I can tell you for a fact that I haven't done even one battle in the GPL these days, and that's because I just don't really care, So
I will say, the update to like the refresh that you can turn on in
yeah,
your settings. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. It is amazing for PvP and
it
the gameplay.
it does
I love
drain your
it.
battery like crazy though.
I haven't noticed that big of a difference, personally.
Wow, it is how it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'm getting so
I'm
used
sure
to
it
the
does.
refresh. Yeah, I'm getting so used to the new refresh and high definition. So I'm not gonna go back anytime soon. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you can help it, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not playing a calm day with it, probably, but it is fun.
There's a reason why I got a charger or an extra charger.
Yeah, yeah, the portable.
Yeah,
Other
but
than that, I did want to announce a little tournament that Switch Masters, my faction group, is doing with our newer sponsor.
what is it, my good friend?
We have gotten sponsored with the Loomies with two with 3 eyes, and they were kind enough to sponsor a little tournament in Sylph Meta that we're going to be doing. Well, it's our meta, but we're doing it through Sylph. So if you guys want to win NFTs, hop over into. I would say Twitter would be the easiest way, and I'm gonna have a post that has the links. There are other ways, but that's gonna be the easiest way, I would say. And then you can RSVP, join up. We're gonna be doing the meta reveal on December 22nd at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time on Twitch on Victory Road, and I'm definitely excited. This is my first time handling a meta that we get to decide. Like I've never been a part of deciding metas. My camera's going crazy,
I can
but
see that.
but yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Definitely interested to see how it goes. The meta, I've seen it. It's looking like a fun meta. It doesn't look like it's gonna be, rock paper scissors. Which I do like that. It's called the Battle for the Lumiverse, and yeah, if I didn't mention it already, I'm sure I did. But you're gonna be having a chance to win some NFTs from the Lumies. So if you are interested in NFTs, if you think you might just want to get some for free, come on by, beat us up. Maybe you'll win some Dingle NFTs. Who knows? You
We'll
you might
see.
you might win them. Who knows?
Right. Well, you never know until we get to the case. But yeah, that's pretty good. That it will depend if I feel like PvP in here or not. But anyways,
It is going to be a double elimination. Um, and I think it looks like the tournament may be on the same day, January 22nd at 12 p.m. Okay. Okay, so you have a whole month to get ready. My bad.
All right.
It's going to be on January 22nd for the actual battle, but the meta reveal is going to be on December 22nd. Okay.
That
That makes a lot more
is
sense.
great. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense for sure. Anyways, Chris, thank you so much for that information. We'll definitely keep you guys updated if we ever get to that point.
Pleasure.
And yeah, just let us know if Chris is gonna be hosting this. It's definitely going to be interesting, and just let me know if it corresponds with the podcast or not, so we can take a day or so here and there. All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, I do believe we have covered everything for today's podcast. If you have any more information, please let us know. We definitely would love to cover it. You can always check us out at our social network. Myself at Pure.go and Chris at PKMN Trigger. Please don't forget to check us out on our podcast services feeds. We are greatly appreciate if you can leave us a review. And you can always email us at thepurifiedpodcast@gmail.com or check us out at theprofessornetwork.com, thepurifiedpodcast.com website. And yeah, things like that. You also have Chris and I and our Twitch channels respectively. And guys, have a very wonderful Christmas. Make sure your dreams come true and you get all your presents or Pokecoins, however you want to do it,
Both.
All right, Chris. Anything else that we gotta cover?
No, I think we covered everything pretty darn well.
Nice. All right. With that being said, Chris, how about you take us away for the night?
All right. Hope you guys enjoy the festivities, even if you do not celebrate. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week, right after Christmas. And, let us know what you guys got, be it Pokemon related or not. And enjoy your times. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. And keep purified and Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.